All right. So Emus is going to pop up in the morning. He's probably going to be the first to rise because he's outside in the sun. It's kind of his ish. And he is going to do a quick bout of hunting around the local area to see if I can pick up some fresh meat for the party to cook for breakfast.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me, please.
Looks like I fell asleep outside under this tree.
Rolling the survival check, I do have the natural explorer trait so that I can just secure food for up to X amount of people per day. Can I just use that, or do you want me to roll for it?
If you're going for foraging, you can use that. But if you're going for hunting an animal, you'd have to roll a survival check.
Sweet, got it. All right, I'm gonna go hunting for an animal. Maybe if I can see some fish in the river, I might hit them with an arrow. First roll is 9. You said survival, right?
Yes, sir.
16 total.
And a whale jumps up.
Roll initiative, monster whale. So yeah, as you wake up in the morning, probably about 6:30 a.m., the rest of the group rising 6:45, 7. You take a stroll along the river, and as you're searching around, you see some things that interest you or of interest, like grubs and things, but that you pass up, things that could be eaten in less, harsher times, I guess. And as you're walking past the river, you can see this small group of fish kind of hanging out around some vegetation on the riverside. And as you see them, the larger of the one, how many would you like to try to take?
I would like to try to get one per person.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me roll.
Sorry, I just totally blew right at the start of our session.
As you come up on the water, the sun coming up kind of at an angle, casting your shadow along the water. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
That I do get advantage in. First roll is 6. Second roll is 5. Damn. 6 plus 8 is 13, 14.
Okay, so as you hunt the morning, the first arrow going through, piercing through, killing a fish floating to the surface with your rating arrow buzzing inside of it, and the rest swim off. You hunt continually, searching the area, and over the next half hour, you're able to procure 3 relatively large river fish.
All right, you said this takes about an hour?
No, this is about half an hour.
Okay, I want to spend the next half hour searching the woods for berries and herbs and other edibles, and then take them back to the ship and start cooking for everyone else to wake up to a great smelling breakfast.
Okay, give me 1
I
second.
would be starting to work out. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Talk about what you're doing, and I got to get this calculated.
I would start working out. First limbering up with stretches. I fell asleep under the tree, so I have the book set aside. And would start jogging around that little meadow area on that side of the river that I'm on. And I would do that for about an hour before anybody else started waking up or breakfast.
Okay. As you get out there, the morning there's a nice dew on the water, the sun kind of gleaming off of it. Seems like it's going to be a nice day, relatively. And Emus, you're able to collect a total of 10 pounds of various berries and edible plants and leaves.
Cool. Well, you already know what I'm doing with them. I'm taking them back, start cooking everyone breakfast.
Yes, sir. And as you come up, groggy crew rising and shining. Agatha still snoring pretty loudly. Go ahead and make a cooking check for me as you get breakfast started. It's just a D20. If you're proficient with cooking or have the utensils, you can add your proficiency.
I'll help out after working out a bit.
Okay, so roll at advantage.
Cool, because I rolled a 3.
A little sweaty boogie comes into the kitchen. Smells like burning. Go ahead and give him a hand.
Okay, so I'm just not rolling for anything today. I've been rolling like ass. My first roll was a 3, my second one was a 4.
So as you come in to help him, if there were alarms in the ship, it'd be going beep 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 beep. Smoke kind of.
his big clumsy arms kind of knocking pots and pans around.
Yeah, you guys are just not vibing together in the morning, kind of bumping into each other. Oh, sorry. And with the smell, the rest of the crew would wake up to this kind of burning smell coming across their nostrils. Tammy comes walking into the kitchen. Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, just yeah, go wait for those for breakfast. It'll be ready in a moment.
She pulls her shirt over her nose. Okay. Careful, don't burn the ship down.
You think Tammy's a better cook than us? Maybe she could have done something.
No one's a better cook than me, Boogie. After surviving in the woods, I know how to cook.
No, after
Yeah.
gathering all those ingredients.
I
The
know,
last,
right?
the last couple meals did turn out pretty good, so.
All right, and as you guys are served up this kind of what are you making? Are you making a soup out of it? You
No,
found
so
like
I'm gonna be
leeks and like oniony type plants.
yeah. So I'm gonna
and
be
starchy food.
frying. I want to be frying up the fish. Together with like some leeks. Like if you said I've got leeks and stuff, definitely want to fry those together. Some of the plants I hopefully found maybe has some citrusy kind of seasoning kind of stuff to go along with it, and then everything else is either going to be served fresh or in like an oatmeal. Like I'm making oatmeal, and you can put these fruits I found in your oatmeal.
Okay, so you guys come down to plates being served with this burnt fish and this kind of charred leek around it, and then surrounded by this very nice fresh fruit that was harvested this morning. That looks absolutely delicious.
I tried, guys. I'm sorry.
I would
Oh,
eat all of it.
While all of that was happening, I wanted to be up on deck, just looking off towards the mist, pondering everything that has happened to us in the last week, and silently praying until I get a whiff of this different aroma and decide to come downstairs and investigate. And upon seeing the the delicious food that Emus has made us, I will sit down and begin to eat.
I would be ravenous for my workout and just happy that there's food prepared. A little upset. Not upset, but like sad that it's not delicious food, but it's still nutritious and gets the job done, so I don't complain.
Yeah, I would wish you were upset and not sad. Sad makes it worse.
Only sad because she's always seeking good food. She loves food, like tasting new things. That's the only reason why she's sad.
You know, the town is on the way. We could stop by for seconds. I know that I do eat a lot.
If you said that part out loud, I would surreptitiously kind of nod my head like, yeah, that's a good idea. Or
Agatha,
maybe that bakery.
sorry. Agatha walks in with her shirt over her nose as well. Oh, who was cooking?
I can tell you just in time. Yeah, Boogie and I. We gotten stuff ready for everyone. Start the day fresh.
I
Emus is
nod, looking a little bit not pleased with myself.
Yeah, Emus is very aware that the food is not good and that he messed it up, but he is trying to play it off.
She puts her hand, reaches her left hand out and puts it on your right shoulder and goes, maybe when's your birthday? Maybe I could get you like a cookbook or like a how-to. She looks sincere, like she's like, when is your birthday?
What? I have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. We figured this out once, and you sent me a date. I did not write it down. I apologize.
I've never
Yeah.
paid attention to that. If anybody ever asks me, I'm just gonna be like,
Wait, no, I have a
"Oh, shut
birthday.
up."
I got it.
March 3rd.
Ooh, I have it down.
My well, I have it written down as the 2nd of chess, 1487.
It's the 3rd of chess.
Oh, what was the
Is
day off?
mine the 8 October of 1490?
So Emus, 3rd of chess, and then Calamasy, 8th of Marpanoth, which is October.
Sweet. Okay.
You were born. You and Boogie are 4 days. Birthdays are 4 days apart.
Nice.
Good thing it's not the same day. That'd be
Yeah.
annoying.
I agree.
Why would that be annoying?
We want to share our own days.
We
Agatha
want
sits
our
down.
own
and
cake.
She eats around the burnt pieces, but she gives it a good try. And with a slightly full mouth, she turns and looks. Maybe we should renovate the kitchen and open it up. It seems like our crew's getting kind of big. I mean, do we ever use these things? And she like slaps the hand fucking crossbows, the mounted crossbows.
There might be a use for him someday. It's not about we haven't had a use for him yet. More of a will we have a use for him in the future? And I have a feeling that they might be important, but I agree. Maybe we should do some rearranging with the kitchen, but not for today. Today, we shall set out for the mines, right, crew?
Sounds good to
I'm
me.
going.
Agatha and Tammy look at each other, both with slightly full mouths. Oh, I thought we were going to help Mr. Caldwell again.
Oh, well, I mean, you're more than welcome to stay and help Mr. Codwell, or you can come with us. I don't, unless anyone else has something to say about it.
She looks out the door, making sure no one's listening. She leans over to you. He's cutting us a pretty good deal for helping out.
All right.
Yeah, don't forget that I helped out for like an hour and a half last night too. So make sure he takes that off the bill too.
She looks at you and raises an eyebrow. And she's like, "Oh yeah, we noticed your hard work."
Thanks, Tammy.
That was Agatha.
So I tend to agree that these things don't actually need to be inside. We could put them on the outside. Just let me pointing over to the central mast. They could go over there.
Just move them up on deck? Yeah, we can do that.
Have them so that they can like rotate around, like pivot. That's the word.
Can you use a thing to show me where they need to be moved?
So yeah, right inside the rope landing on either side. So how many do we have right now? We have 6 total, right? No, we have 4. Let's put 2 on the main deck and then 2 on the bow on either side. How does that sound?
I like it.
That's 6. You only have 4.
No, 2 on the main deck, 2 on the bow.
Oh, I thought you said 2 on the main deck and 2, or I thought you said 2 on either side of the bow and 2 on the.
No, so it's 4 total. 1 on each side of the main deck, 1 on each side of the bow. So like where those fish drying racks are, for up front, and then on the main deck, yeah, just in the middle, dead middle, like right, yeah, we're lined up with the mast, and that should be fine. I think that gives us adequate coverage. Maybe move the fish drying racks to the rear. Well, I don't know if Calamasy wants to sleep near drying fish.
Covers the smell of her not showering.
Whatever. I have mentioned way more about bathing in the river.
I'm just giving you shit. Oh, whatever. All right, so you guys spend the morning eating some breakfast, rearranging a little bit on the ship, and after a little bit, around 8 o'clock or so, Mr. Caldwell starts rolling up with the crew. Marie not with him today, but he's got Kenneth along with him, and he's got no John with him. but he's got Kevin and Kenneth.
Morning, Mr. Caldwell. How you doing today?
And he looks kind of annoyed and goes, "Morning. You staying around today or heading out?"
I think we're heading out to try to secure it, make sure the mines are safe for the town to return work to them. We want to try to get some more traders on the road for y'all in town, make it improve your lives some.
That's very appreciative. I'm very appreciative. Sorry. And he rubs his bridge of his nose and points back at the brothers who are bickering behind him. And he goes all morning with these two, rubbing his nose.
Does anyone want to try? I'm going to kind of turn to the rest of the party, whisper. Does anyone want to try to help them get rid of the boys for the day? And I'm going to kind of eye Mr. Caldwell. Like, do you want them to go or do you want them to stay?
Shakes a hand. No. They're annoying and stupid, but they're hard workers. Hey, quit bickering. Let's go. And then you see Kenneth kind of pushing Kevin. He's like, "I'm telling you, it was you. You're the last one that's seen it." And Kevin just, ugh. And they both kind of head towards the ship. All right, what's the rest of the party doing? Agatha and Tammy are going to stay here. Are you guys heading out or?
Towards town.
So are we stopping by the town and then going to the mines?
It's
Well, we have to go through
directly in our way, so
Yeah.
Okay.
why not get a snack and
Yeah.
Make up for the awful meal that we made.
All right. So around 9 o'clock. Hold on, 3. Yeah, around 9:30, you guys show up in town. And I'll pull everyone up there. Are you guys stopping at the tavern?
I was just gonna get some bread and eat it as I go.
I was gonna stop by the bakery and grab like a pastry or something.
Amos is going to stop by the stands in the marketplace real quick just to see if the new delivery that came brought any new potions with them that might be for sale.
Okay. Everyone roll an initiative.
16, 20. Amos got 20.
Jeez. Bazoit got 2.
Wait, how did you get 2? Did you add your initiative to it?
Oh, no. So I got 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Boogie's going to be with Clemency because he's going to get bread, he said. I believe. And then Bazoit, what is Bazoit doing?
I'm just following everybody. I got enough food to eat. I'm good.
Okay, well, the party's split. You want to go with Emus or Boogie and Clemency?
Boogie and Clemency. Emus is always getting in trouble.
That's true. Before we split up, I will say, hey, I'm just going to go check for some supplies. Let's meet. I'll meet you all at the gate out of town when y'all ready.
Well, I was just
Sounds
gonna get
good.
bread and go. So
As you guys, we're going to start with Emus because he had the highest initiative. As you get down to,
I had an 18 for initiative. I know he still had the highest, but I didn't say mine.
as you get down to Tammy's shop, it looks like there's a female that looks vaguely familiar that you've seen before, going through some of the stuff, and it looks like she's stocking, like taking stuff from an area over here and putting them into the shop.
Wow. Good morning, Miss. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, adventurer. How are you?
Oh, I don't know if you need to call me adventurer. You just call me Emus. Good. I just swinging by. I was wondering if the caravan that came in, brought any potions that might benefit us, and seen what if there's anything new for sale.
And she smiles. They did. They answered our request. I think the farmers are going to be very happy.
Ah, yes. Well, what about did they happen to bring any more of like the top shelf kind of melodies and remedies, like some maybe potions?
And she smiles and says, "Yes." And she holds up this kind of brown bottle coming out of this crate filled with straw as cushion. And the farmers will be quite pleased. This is fantastic for their crops.
Oh, what is that?
I don't know the technical name for it. I'm sorry. I just know it helps their crops grow very fast and large.
Is there any chance that I could try to roll to determine what it is? Like maybe if I uncork it a little and give it a whiff and check
Sure.
out.
As you grab it and the little sound happening, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I rolled a 20 plus 0, so 20.
Um, yeah, it's a potion that, though you've not actually seen in person, it wouldn't be uncommon knowledge that bigger cities with hookups and stuff or affluent areas, um, a way to like influence crop production and things like that
Got it.
are the alchemists of the town. It literally like makes the
Fertilizer, but magical fertilizer.
like on steroids. Like
Pesticides,
what
but
normally
fertilizer.
happens in months happens in like 24 hours type deal.
Gotcha. Oh, well, that's fantastic stuff. Yeah, I'm sure that'll make him quite happy. I'm going to hand the bottle back to her. Do you have anything that might be beneficial to someone who is less in the agricultural market and more of traveling the road?
She looks around. Actually, yes, I think so. And she's gonna rummage through. I think they may have left it, digging in the back of a drawer. Here it is. She walks over and hands it to you.
And
I'm
what
sure
do I
this
see?
will be most beneficial to you. And it's this kind of. There's all sorts of like emblems and designs on it, and I wouldn't call them runes, but like runic symbols on the side of this hardwood piece of wood. And she explains that's a traveler's, or sorry, that's a merchant's pass. The previous owners left it, and it'll allow you to avoid any tolls or taxes laid on the roadways anywhere in the Dalelands.
Oh, well, this could be incredibly useful for us. Do you have, are you asking anything for it?
Well, no, because the issue is if they it would be impossible to tell at the start, but if suspicion was raised and they were to cross-check that and that pass didn't come to you, it would be problematic. So I don't think in good faith I could ask any money for it.
Do you happen to know where those records are kept and who keeps track of them?
She shakes her head. No, that's a good question. I would imagine some kind of merchanting guild.
Interesting. Well, if there's nothing else of note, I think I'll go ahead and take this little pass just for morbid curiosity. Unless you have anything else you might be willing to share.
She looks at you and like very, very slightly narrows her eyes. No, adventure. I'm sorry. I think that's all. Unless you'd like to buy something.
Oh no, I wasn't asking for handouts, my dear. I apologize. I am looking to buy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we. Lady Tammy didn't tell me everything that. Sorry, I'm new. I'm her new apprentice. I don't know too much. If you want to wait till she gets here, she's supposed to be here at some point today.
Mm. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Oh, and for this, I'm gonna hand up a little carved bottle. Go ahead and take this for your troubles, and on top of it, maybe not mention it to anyone. I'm gonna have her a sly smile, and I'm gonna hand her 2 gold pieces.
Thank you. Now that I think of it, you and Lady Tammy are good friends, yes?
He
I
got
would
the
hope
same
so.
thing. He jumped up there.
Well, if that's the case, I'm sure I could just. You can look through and take what you need, and I could write it down, and she could collect the funds from you later.
And I'm gonna kind of look around the shelves real quick and be like, "Well, do you have any potions of healing, or maybe something that might restore blindness, or regenerate a finger?"
Let me check the labels. She's gonna go over here and start checking. And give me 1 second. All right, hold on. While I'm doing this, you guys walk up to the bakery. It smells very strongly and nicely of warm, fresh bread, and you can see not Tammy. Sorry, let me pull the Zoid in so I can have a straight line.
So, what's the difference between this place that we're at now and the stall to Amos's left?
The difference being sometimes she mans this place when she's down there. It used to be, well, lately she's been in it, but back when the market was busy. But this is her main shop. That's owned by the same person though.
Oh, okay.
But this is the main stores. It's a produce/bakery. The bakery is underneath in the basement, and then the upstairs acts as kind of like a storehouse. And you can see Miss Penny behind the counter as you guys walk up. And she gives you she's kind of a chubby lady. She gives you a hearty, rosy cheek smile. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is there anything I could get for you today? You looking for some produce?
Pastries actually.
Oh, I see, I see. Are you looking for
Well,
something?
he's looking for bread. Well, I don't know what type
I
of bread.
nod when she points
Are
to
you
me.
guys looking for something more basic, sweet, spicy?
Sweet personally myself.
Perfect. I've got some honey cornbread. Does that sound well? Does that sound good?
It does sound good. Is that all you have?
No. I've got sweet rolls. I've got honey cornbread. I've got regular honey wheat. I've got some savory spice bread.
I'm going to ponder what I want if you guys have what you want.
Boogie, Zoit, what are y'all getting?
I'm not getting anything. I'm good.
I want like a loaf of bread.
Very well. That'll be 2 copper, please.
Okay.
And she
can
hands
I-
you a fresh, large, big old loaf of bread.
Great. Can I get something that would taste good on this? I'm
I've
like
got
looking
just the
around at the
thing.
produce.
And she reaches under where the skirting is and pulls out this glass jar. Here you go. That'll be another 2 copper, please.
Okay.
It's a rather small jar. It's probably like 3 inches tall and not that wide. Enough to fit a small spoon in.
I probably find a silver before I find 4 copper. So I hand her the silver, and then I smell the vial.
Thank you. She's gonna reach in and grab another one, and as you open it up and smell it, it's a sweet strawberry jam.
Ooh.
So I decided to get 2 sweet rolls and 2 things of the cornbread.
All right, 3 copper for the total.
And I pass that over.
And as she accepts your money, she graciously, is cleaning the shop and humming along. As you guys, not you guys, as Emus waits, she's gonna pull over a red vial, small vial, and a blue vial, and a kind of clear vial that has a giant's toe sitting in it.
And she, you said he, but you mean she's presenting it to me, right?
Did I say he? I meant she.
You did. Okay, cool. I was gonna okay.
She drank
All
a
right.
potion. Now she's a dude. No.
So the potion with the giant's toe in it. What were the other 2 again, please?
There is one that's like the color of juniper berries,
Uh-huh.
and a red one.
Okay. Are you able to tell me what these do? I ask her.
I think she holds up the red one. This one makes you feel better.
Okay. What about the toe? That looks unappealing.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
And then the one that looks like junipers?
She looks down. Well, she pulls this little tag over and shows you what Tammy had drawn on it, and it looks like just this, no face to it. It's just a mouth, like this monstrous mouth gnashing, like. Har, har, har.
And how much do you think you'd be willing to part with for all 3? Or, yeah, did Tammy give you any price for these?
She didn't, but I could just write down what you take, and I'm sure she'll get the money from you later.
Okay, well, if you're comfortable with that, I am as well.
You want all 3?
Yes, please, for now. And I mean, if I don't want them, I can always return them to Tammy, right?
Oh, I don't believe she takes refunds on potions.
How do I want to handle that? I'm gonna kind of nod. Yeah, she can be that way. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the risk.
Okay. And she starts writing down the descriptions of the bottles you took and hands you all 3 bottles.
All right. Do I need numbers for these so that we can keep track of them, or what? Because I already
No,
have
you
2.
just need to give me a moment to write them down.
Okay. Because I already have 2 other red potions, unknown potions as well. And I'm just writing them down with the descriptions that you gave me. Okay.
Okay, I got it written down.
All right. Emus is happy. He's gonna be waiting at the gate for everyone else.
What's the group doing? Are you guys at the bakery? Penny's just continuing to sweep up. She heads down intermittently for a few moments, checking on things downstairs, and heads back up.
Oh, if we have everything we needed, I would probably start meandering towards the gate while munching on those sweets.
Okay. As the party makes their way down to the gate, are we heading out towards the mines?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to enter through the pit.
Well, I offer a chunk of the loaf of bread to Bezoit as we're
Thanks,
walking.
buddy.
And as you guys are coming out of the store and meeting up together at the marketplace at the gate, you guys see a Lady Evelina walking up, fully armored, ready to go, with no one by her side. She gives a gauntlet wave. Good morning.
Good morning, my lady. Hey, I had a thought yesterday after a meeting, and I was just curious. You said you remember the Harpers, right?
Yes, I'm well acquainted with the Harpers.
Just out of curiosity, I don't actually know what is the Harpers symbol. Can you show me?
Very well. She's gonna reach into her pocket and she's gonna produce this. I'll send you a picture of her. It's like a moon harp thing. She pulls out this small little coin, the symbol on it.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna nod. Oh, okay, good to know. Thank you. I was just curious. I've never seen one before.
I'm sure you'll be well acquainted with them at some point in your life. Seems like we're fixing your trajectory as we speak. And you guys head off to the mines, I take it?
Yes, sir.
I would like to walk just to the side of the road in the woods and look for caterpillars on my way there.
Okay, make a survival check and
You
the
you
rest
can
of
always
it.
ask Emus to help you look for caterpillars. He's got a pretty high survival roll.
That's true. It was my deal though to find the caterpillars for him and feed them. And I don't know if he would take that as me shucking responsibility. But thank you. He's testy, little bird. That sucks though. It's 7.
7 is my base survival score.
As you're walking through, you find this one larva. It's not a caterpillar, but there's this grub larva, a singular one. And it's kind of white and got a yellow head curled up on itself, these massive legs. It's pretty good size, like the size of like my hand curled up.
Dang. Okay. Well, I'll grab it and see if he's interested.
Ah, whoa, no way.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. You seem special or whatever. Come up with a spell that like you hum a song and caterpillars come walking up or something.
That's not how that works.
You know how that works.
Yeah, that's true.
He's gonna kind of grip in a little bit and slouch down, his butt warming up your shoulder as he kind of pouts. All right, and the party. How are we going? We're definitely going to where it drops in, right?
Yeah, because
Yep.
we sealed up that other one with the iron.
Yeah, we're gonna have to climb down like we did last time.
I'm staying center party. After we get out of earshot of all of the guys, I'd like to agree with her that it wouldn't have been a good idea to bring that one guy, her
Well,
right hand man.
You guys did make it sound like it was quite dangerous, and he has aspirations and big dreams, but I don't think he's ready for anything like this, if it's what you guys said. All right, and as you guys approach, everyone make a perception check for me. I'm assuming you're looking around.
17. Literally my passive perception.
If I roll less than my passive perception, do I take my passive?
Well, it depends. Are you looking around? How I should have done this, I'm going to recant this. I should have just asked your guys' passive perception since no one said they were looking around for anything.
I also got my passive perception.
That's the perception for Emus is 17. But Emus is also a trained ranger, and he would definitely be active. Walk on the trails, because as he would be trained to do
And
naturally.
you would get an advantage.
How do I get an advantage on passive
Isn't this your-
perception?
No. You said you're actively looking. So if
Oh,
you're doing a
okay.
perception, which is a wisdom check in your favorite
Yeah.
terrain.
Yeah. Right, good. My first
My
roll is
favorite
2.
terrain.
My first roll is 2. Second roll is 19. 19 plus 7, 26.
I got 16 for my passive.
Emus, and only Emus.
My passive perception's 21.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 17.
I rolled a 17, and then you said if you're not looking around, I would have been looking for caterpillars. So it would be passive perception.
I don't know. So, you two, with your perceptive asses, as you're walking along through the forest, slightly off the trail, looking for your caterpillars and stuff, you both see the very, very slightest. Like, if it had been any stealthier, you probably would have missed it. You see this very faint, light footprint in the soft dirt going up onto the rocks, kind of avoiding the trail.
Am I able to identify the footprint?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. That is intelligence. Not. Oh wait, no, that's intelligence. It also. Wait, is it just wisdom or is it also intelligence?
It's intelligence.
Intelligence
No,
or
he's
wisdom.
asking.
It's both.
He's
Yeah.
asking about his.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
First roll was 14. Second roll was 6. 14 plus. You said investigation.
Yeah.
18 total.
They seem humanoid and relatively fresh.
Okay, the
However,
same.
they also
No.
seem very light-footed. Like whoever left this, like it was a fluke of chance that the dirt was soft in this exact spot. It was a person very careful with their tracks. This is the only track you see and have seen in the area.
I'm gonna kind of turn to Bezoit a little bit, and actually, I'm gonna turn to the party real quick and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna step off the trail real quick. I gotta take a leak. Bezoit, don't forget to message me, wink, wink, and I'm gonna actually wink at her. If you need anything."
I'm gonna give him thumbs up, or the best I can with my scaly hands. Give him a nod.
And then Emus is gonna try to slip into the trees and start stealthing to follow the tracks.
Okay. Make a stealth roll. And as you look for further tracks around this area, make a perception.
18 plus 8, 26. Another, you said investigation
Perception.
or perception. 6. Damn, 6 plus 3, 9.
So, other than this track here going up under the rocks, it doesn't appear that even as you come down, checking the exterior over here, it doesn't appear to be any tracks coming down. And Lady Evelina turns to the party. Does your ranger suspect something amiss?
Yeah, we saw a track back there that he is tracking down or attempting to. Very
Oh.
light-footed look.
So that's what he's doing.
I understand. And she grips her shield into a ready position and begins walking down the path.
I ready myself and follow.
Yeah. The
She
reason I
closes-
didn't want to let the party alert him to it is because I don't want everyone on edge. Because if we're tracking someone and they're watching us, it's like, oh, everyone's on edge. They know I'm here, kind of thing. It's like, oh, act casual. Like, oh, we don't know there. It might be easier to spot, kind of thing.
And as you guys approach, you guys see the dried blood, the carnage, the wargs in this area. The blood and fur remains from where they lay. However, every goblin that you saw on the way here, last time that was slain, gone. Missing. The body completely. The remain of the blood, the gore, anything off their body remains.
That's
There's just these pools of blood, but all the corpses and everything are missing.
that's significant. Hey,
I
Cal.
wonder if that thing ate through all those dead goblins.
Yeah, did it seem like that was the footprint? You've actually seen it.
He said that it appeared humanoid. I don't think a human could
Humanoid,
eat.
I think a little. I assumed a little small since it was so light-footed, like it was a fluke that footprint was even there, type of deal.
Hmm.
The footprint was of like an adult size,
Adult-sized human or adult-sized goblinoid?
like an adult sized shoe print,
Shoe print.
some type of
Hmm.
footwear.
From this point onwards, Emus is going to try to stay ahead of the group, but he's going to stay off the trails, sneaking to the woods while trying to scout ahead.
Okay, I don't want to keep dragging us through until in these mini maps that we have for the mines until we decide exactly where we're going. How are we approaching from here? Seeing the gore and the mess, Lady Evelina stops, sheaths her sword, bends down, and places her gauntlet in the blood, pulls it up and rubs the tacky against the gauntlet and kind of opens it, checking the stickiness of it. What's everyone else doing?
Kind of looking around.
I would explain that used to have a warg sitting near it. I don't even remember how many days ago it was in game.
It's about
Only been
somewhere
like
between,
3.
It's been somewhere between 3 and 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the body should still be there, so it's a little troubling that they aren't.
Yes, I agree. She's gonna draw her sword and begin forward again. You're competent in battle, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all
So
a bit.
far we've been successful.
By my estimation, we're all a bit stronger than you.
She laughs. We'll see, hero. We'll see. All right, and as you guys make your way down, as you get to the mouth of the pit, spiraling down just beyond this area here, the same thing. That basket that was full of goblins, dripping, not dripping, but like completely tacked out, all this sticky gore and everything, blood solidified, wrapped around it. These long, almost like icicles of dried blood, these like 4-inch long dried blood things hanging off the rope. All the gore remains, all the bodies are gone. And as she looks around, Lady Evelina, my God, who could have done this? So, I need to know before I pull you over, is the party descending further into the mines on a continual search, or do you want me to pull you to the, are you going to be searching that area enough that it's warrants me pulling up the other map?
So, before we actually continue off of this map, I would like to talk to Cal and ask if we ought to do any recon like around this area before going to the mine. Because I
Yeah, I
don't
was
really.
thinking recon / send our birds down to kind of scout and see if they sense or see anything alarming.
Is there any reason why Nico didn't come with us?
I believe he was helping with the ship. And
So we've decided to come down here to the mines solely based on the fact that I have the talisman of pure good.
No.
well, technically we had planned on this before you got that talisman.
We're thinking of picking a fight with the goblin eating goblin.
Well, because we need to clear it for the town if we want the town to be able to utilize it and not possibly be killed and endangered.
All right. I would like to pretty thoroughly examine this map, like at least like this area here.
What are you looking for?
Anything strange, anything unusual, anything out of place, anything I can find.
Okay. If you're looking like just like walking super like, how slow are we talking? Are you like checking every blade of grass?
I'm checking pretty thoroughly.
Okay, so checking this area this size at a very, very thorough pace. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you spend the next.
I got about 6 tiles out, Mike. A perception check, what? Dang, have it.
As you spend the better part of the next half hour kind of looking around and slowly walking the perimeter.
$11.
There is yeah,
But my
it's yeah, that's not how that works. Your passive perception doesn't matter if you're actively looking. Passive perception is like, I'm aware of these things around me as a meta, like your brain processing the amount of information it can perceive around you, and looking for something is like your actual focus. So if I'm looking for my phone, my passive perception doesn't really matter because it goes out the window because I'm focusing narrowly on like looking for my phone type deal.
Right.
So yeah, it doesn't. I mean, the gore and stuff exists over in the distance, and this area, like there are micro signs of goblin activity in the area from a while back, but there doesn't seem to be anything new or anything like that out of place.
So when she is starting to investigate thoroughly, I'll head way off to the west to try to meet up with Emis quietly. I'm not sneaking away from Lady Avelina. I'm trying to not hinder his own stealth.
And while you do that, she's gonna set off to the side here, put her shield down into the ground so that the tip of it is piercing into the ground. She's gonna open her palms like a book, and this small image of a moon appears in her hand, and she closes her eyes and begins praying.
Oh, fancy.
So at the beginning of that search and Boogie walking off, I would telepathically ask Crow if he would mind going and doing a swift search through the mines to see if he felt anything or saw anything alarming, but to keep his safety at the first and foremost, so to stay on high alert and be as quiet as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth roll as Crow flies off. I don't really know how ravens sound. I just like how crows sound.
I think that's pretty. Oh wait, that was a crow sound. I don't know.
Blackbirds matter. They're not all the same.
I'm looking up Crow stat block 1 sec.
I believe it's like a +3 to stealth.
It's a fancy raven.
So it's a
Raven, yes, you're
+2
right.
to stealth.
Oh, 9 for stealth.
Okay, so the half hour passes. What is your guys' conversation happening over there? So Calamasy sends off her raven. Bezoid is currently doing a perimeter check of this area. Emis and Boogie collide, meeting in the woods off of the road, and she's over here doing her prayer.
So, I was thinking you could do some scouting in the ethereal plane. But,
Bucky, like trying to keep my voice down. I was trying to scout here. What did scouting in an ethereal plane? Why do you think I should do that?
well, right now we don't have any ability to see in it. So, if it's Balvaga tracking us, then we wouldn't have any idea that she is. And as a side benefit, you could find out something in the mine and just leave easily.
I suppose that's true.
But it's also a useful way to escape. So I just wanted to throw it out there.
As you head back, are you going into the ethereal plane?
I'm waiting for any kind of response from him. I mean,
Yeah,
he's thinking, but once he does any sort of like indication that he's, reaction, then I'm gonna head back to Bezoit.
You know what? Fuck it, let's go for it. I'm gonna kind of clasp Boogie on the shoulder real quick. All right, buddy. It sounds like a good idea. I'll give it a shot. If I'm needed back on this plane, start jumping up and down and waving your hands in the air, and I'll see you and come back. Okay?
Okay, sounds like a good signal.
And then make sure to pass that signal off to everyone else in the party.
Will do.
All right.
So
and
when
then
I'm walking back, I'm explaining what Emus is doing in the hood and his signal.
and Emus is gonna cast Etherealness and go into the ethereal plane.
Okay, so as you pop into the ethereal plane, go ahead and roll another perception check for me.
I hope Boogie realizes that means that I'm staying here for like 8 hours until I get called back.
Oh, what about the mine?
Well, no, yeah, I'll be doing that. Don't worry. So I rolled a 6. Since I'm in etherealness, the ethereal plane, I don't get an advantage here, right?
1 second. I need to look that up.
Once Crow was set up, I would start helping Bezoit search the area.
I'll
Just
eat
so
some
I'm
more
not
bread,
standing around.
trying to stay out of everybody's way.
So, according to rules, because it is technically still on the same plane of existence and it is the same terrain, you get advantage on it.
That's
No
awesome.
way! Okay.
All right.
So first roll is a 6. Oh, my second roll is a 4. Oh, fuck.
Let down.
So 13 for my perception roll.
Okay. What did you say, Calamacy?
Once Crow was set to go do his task, if he agreed to it, I would start helping Bezoit look around. So if she gets to roll another to see if she rolls higher.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another perception check.
Yes. 23.
So she comes over.
Charlie,
She
stop.
She helps you notice some things that you missed earlier. Some other footprints of goblins and things coming through. You guys do find some old footprints. It looks like probably Nico's as well, that are again pretty light-footed, but
You say they look like Nico?
There are footprints here, older footprints that look like Nico's. Yes.
Okay.
And as you slip into the ethereal plane, you can see flying, coming this way, this black object that kind of stands out in the grayness of the ethereal plane. And you see Crow flying rapidly and almost like scared back towards Calamity. And the rest of you as well see this.
Is there any type of sneaking or being stealthy in the ethereal plane?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
I actually imagine it's like, I imagine everything kind of having an echo, like if you, I don't know. I just imagine things echoing there.
Okay, I'll roll my stealth check in 1 second. I'm sorry the dog had to go outside. I'll be right back.
Oh, good. As Crow flies up to you and lands, I got to show you this, and he connects telepathic link between you and him. Do you accept?
For sure.
And you see as he, from his vision, he's flying down through the gore of the pit and hearing this like slight sound following down into the deeper into the mines and just blood everywhere, but no bodies. He still sees no bodies anywhere. And he lands hearing this scraping sound like and then there's a very slight and then when
Like a sneeze?
yes. And then there's like a noise, like a ting, like something being dropped to Crow's left. So he looks to the left, and then the sound that was coming from the right stops. And when he turns and looks, he sees this figure looking at him.
The suspense.
Dun, dun, dun.
He only saw the face.
Where are you posting it?
It's a D&D
Okay.
thing. He sees this face, this masked figure looking at him, and it cocks a kind of curious head off to the side, but doesn't say anything. And immediately you can feel the panic in Crow as he flies off in a blur, heading back towards you.
Oh.
Emus got a 26 for his stealth.
Okay.
I would get like the heebie-jeebies and whoa. That thing's freaky.
Lady Evelina turns. Is something the matter?
Yes, upon scouting, uh, Crow here, my raven, saw this figure with a red head and a white mask. It has kind of like a frowny, angry face, wearing primarily red, looking kind of like a jester outfit, maybe. But all I could see is really the face and a little bit of the shoulders.
That's odd.
Yes, it really freaked him out. Like, I don't know.
What's the rest of the party doing? Emus, you would hear this conversation, but it would be like this kind of like.
Right, yeah. I know how it be.
Yeah.
Emus is going to look downwards and see if I can see any layout of the mine beneath my feet.
Let's head on in there and go find out what's up.
Well, you wanted me to go ahead, so that's what I'm trying to do.
As you would have to get a little closer, like here, but as you look down, you'd be able to see like, yeah, where the mine first starts going in a little deeper, and then
Alright,
you kind of get like foggy out towards this way.
I'm gonna start cutting down diagonally through the ground into the mines.
Okay, what's the rest of the party doing?
I am following.
Yeah, me too.
So
Definitely on high alert.
as you guys
now.
head down, the blood everywhere. Are you following? Are you stopping anywhere through the pits? Are you going? There's a long kind of treacherous way down, or the more reliable way, how the goblins were getting down was using that crane with that gore-covered basket. Now,
I'm personally okay with the. I kind of go for the treacherous way because I don't like relying on the pulley system to not give out on a way down.
I'm sure it has plenty of weight, but it's also noise, and it might be slow. For any of the jumps down, I can always help out people. So, I'd also want to do that.
ah, there we go. I don't know if you guys could hear that weed whacker, but it was so loud.
I could not.
I shut my windows. It was giving me a headache, man. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Boogie. Can you please repeat the last thing you just said?
I was thinking of not using the crane. I can get down easily enough, at least to the place where, what's it called? Where Ezreal's headquarter thing was, and I can help people down at that spot also.
Okay. As you guys make your way down at a pretty slow pace, Emus is going to get there before you guys. Eventful, like no events occurring down until you guys get down into the tunnel system. Emus, as you come through and get closer and closer, you can see this kind of grayed out figure in a hood, whose back is turned towards you, and his elbow keeps going up and down, up and down.
On the other plane, not on the same plane as I am, right?
Correct. You're seeing him. Yeah.
All right. Upon seeing him, Amos is going to start scouting out the entire underground network as much as he can. And then for maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, passing through walls and just trying to make direct lines. And then after about 30 minutes, he's going to make his way towards the mine opening and try to make sure he has eyes on the rest of the party.
Okay, are you making any attempt to get a better angle on this guy or anything? Or are you kind of avoiding him and looking for allies of his or things like that?
I'm literally trying to scout right now, so I'm just trying to get layout where things are, where people or creatures are, that kind of stuff. I'm just taking like notes going around. But no, I'm not directly avoiding him, but I'm not approaching him either.
Okay, so as you look around, it's the same story as it. You can see these on the other realm, these pools of darkness, some kind of grayed out black liquid all over, and no bodies to accompany the gore. I'll pull you over here in a second. Let me fix this up real quick. All right, any creatures that you find, because there were so many in here and it's a pain in the ass to get rid of, assume that that's a pool of blood and gore, okay?
Okay, got it.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to put the rest of you down here, but you're not actually down.
Cool.
All right, Emus. As you head around, this area over here is, it seems like this warg pit area that they were keeping their wargs in, and just utter gore filth. There was a large nest, like a group communal area of goblins over here for the males and stuff. A complete mess. As you continue through, a huge pile of gore here. There is the precious, you find or see some of the nodes containing some of the stuff you guys saw. There's copper, silver, exposed sides of like bluish crystal in the wall. And by and large, it is how you guys left it, minus like all the things you haven't seen. But as far as like the areas toward where you guys had explored, it seems to be pretty unbothered. And that guy that you saw was down here inside the old breeding chambers, and he seemed to be scraping something off of the wall and into a glass vial.
All right, got it. From here on out, Emus is going to kind of stick with the party, but on the ethereal plane.
All right, so the rest of the party gets down into the mouth of the tunnel, greeted by silence and gore. He moved, by the way, Emus. When you had first come down, he was somewhere around this area, and by the time you were done, you could see him over now in this area.
Got it.
All right, rest of the party, what are you guys doing?
Definitely keeping my eyes peeled and open, but moving forward, seeing if I can detect anything.
I'm headed towards the breeding chamber. And
So when I felt like we were getting close to that area, that crow saw that thing, I would have cast haste on us.
whoa,
Not
That
haste,
only-
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that only lasts for 10 minutes or a
half
minute.
Without a trace? I have to look at I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's passing out a trace.
jeez.
So you guys feel this magic emanating from her armor, and your feet fall silently on the floor. And you guys gain the bonus of stealth.
Cool. All of us, including Lady Avelina, but not including Emus, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if he was near us at that point, if it goes to the ethereal plane. I'm not sure.
It's if he is close enough to you in the radius, and you want him. It doesn't rely on you seeing him. If he's on the you wouldn't know how it works, but you would be able to try to cast it on him if you wanted to. But you've never done it on anyone that was in the ethereal plane before.
Okay. I would have tried, but I'm not positive he's even near us on the ethereal plane or somewhere else.
All right. Ooh, big storm's coming. All right. Lady Avelina walks forward. Thank you. And here. She puts her hand on your shoulder and she says a prayer. Let us continue, please.
What do I feel like happened, or I guess, what was that? Thank you.
So Boogie, Calamithy, and Pazoit would have just felt a slight tingle when she had touched Calamithy and done it. And she says, just a simple blessing.
Cool.
I nod my head towards her.
You would recognize it was the bless spell as a paladin. Recognize that.
Cool.
All right. As you guys approach, getting around the corner, you can hear very faintly and kind of echoing.
I repress the urge to say bless you.
I love it.
I would probably want to stealth at that time. So I'm gonna roll my stealth.
Isn't that what Pass Without a Trace is?
It gives her a plus 10 bonus to stealth.
All of us, right?
Yep. Everyone that was
I would like to
included.
roll stealth as well.
Stealthy time.
Yes, I got 17 plus her 10. And I have none of my own.
I got 34.
I got 31.
27.
Okay. You guys, as you make your way forward, feel relatively quiet as your feet step on the stone. A foul smell kind of hangs in the air. What are you guys doing? Are you guys like going forward until you meet him?
Yeah, I guess I would want to have my bow out.
I prepare myself.
Yeah, I would also prepare myself.
You
And
can
then
hear
I would.
this faint humming getting closer and closer in the distance.
So I want to be back, uh, like 15 feet from the party, hoping that I can do some kind of sneak attacking, if it's needed.
Okay, as you guys get about to that point, the humming is getting closer and closer.
I'm going to say into the hood, Cal, are you planning long range?
No sword, but I don't know if we should go straight into attack. Maybe talk, and hopefully it doesn't become attack. Would
That's
be
all you.
fair.
Sounds good.
You guys see um, this figure just barely as you guys would like come around this corner.
Where are we?
The west corner or the east corner? Okay, west
You
corner.
guys are where your tokens are. You know that, right?
Yeah, I see my token. I moved my token up to where it was. I just didn't know which corner he was talking about.
So, Emus, you would see actually, not the rest of the party. You would see the figure come up to us like a walking point here, kind of just walking, jaunting back and forth, having a gay old walk. And then as his foot stepped towards the edge of the tunnel, he would immediately stop and stand still, and his head is slightly tilted.
There's nothing I can do about it. So okay.
Did we hear the humming immediately stop?
Yes, the humming did stop.
Okay. I would definitely pause walking, kind of holding my breath to see if I can hear anything.
Same for Bezoit.
You guys don't hear anything right now. You want to roll a perception check?
Yeah. Please. Dang, my dice is loving the number 6 today. $13 for me.
16 for Bezoit.
So you guys actually don't see anything or hear anything, sorry. And Emus, you watch as the figure turns and begins with speed and with your training would be able to see in his footwork a combination of speed and agility, choosing the most quiet of places to step as he makes his way backward.
As soon as he takes off, I'm gonna dash after him, but obviously not following the tracks. I'm gonna go through the walls of the mine to try to catch up with him.
And as he turns around this corner, you still being in an ethereal plane, as he gets within about 30 feet of you, he pauses and you see the mask look up and you see this figure looking at you with his array of masks at his side.
Can I stop and try to stealth? Like I run for it, I see him recognize me, and like, what if I try to like roll off to the side and freeze?
It's not 100% positive he's recognized you. He walks in as he gets close, he stops and looks upward.
Okay, cool.
Like looks forward.
Still gonna take the same action though, because that's how Emus would react. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm
100%, go for it. I just don't want you as a player thinking that like, I've seen you.
Yeah, no. All right, so he's gonna try. I'm gonna try to do like a little combat roll off to the side and like freeze myself. So you want me to do like both like acrobatics and stealth, or?
Where are you running to? Because
So,
you can kind of run in any direction you want right now.
right.
At
So
any angle.
So I came out of this wall here, running after him. He comes around the corner, looks straight through me or at me, either or. I'm gonna kind of like dodge off, like like I didn't expect him to be there. So I'm gonna stop and then kind of dodge off to the left, where I'm gonna try to stealth.
Okay. Well, yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
All right. First roll was 2. Second roll was 18, for a total of 26.
That's not including pass without a trace, right?
That is not including pass without a trace. Correct.
Okay.
That's advantage though because of my cloak.
Okay. So as you
Come on.
So as you go and move over there and stop, his head tilts to the side, and it seems like he's like listening curiously. And he looks around with his mask, comes over here, and before I'm gonna allow the rest of the party to do stuff because he's getting ready to do something, and I want them to have time. What are you guys doing at this point? Would you guys have just been held up there waiting since the humming stopped?
No, I would have, after a bit, if nothing happened, maybe like a minute, crept up to like the corner to try to look around, see if I see.
Okay, so that hasn't happened yet. I get you. Same with everyone else. I mean, unless you would have gone like unless you would have rushed forward without like as soon as the humming stopped. This is all happening pretty quickly. As he looks around, kind of in a hurry, he comes over, reaches into his pouch that he has in his back, pulls out a small book, sits cross-legged, and opens the book. His finger begins running along the pages. You see this magical circle begin to flow around him.
As I see this, Emus, can I try to identify what type of magic he might be casting?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Oh, please don't fail me now. 4, fuck. Yeah, 4.
Something that seems like a ritual out of the book.
Okay, all Emus is going to do is he's going to back up to this wall and kind of slink down. Even though he's in the ethereal plane, he's still going to be like kind of trying to blend in with the rock. And just observe for now.
Okay. And as you sit there and watch, you see as the circle around him grows and grows, getting taller and taller, and then in a flash, like it blurs the vision, engulfing him, and then there's no one sitting there anymore.
I should have popped out, try to disrupt him. Oh well.
Interesting.
And
I'm gonna say into
another
the hood.
minute passes. You guys move up a little bit. Bezoit, speaking to the hood, says,
Are we moving forward?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
And then I do just that.
and as you guys come forward, wrapping around the corner, a large bit of gore on the ground, and it seems to button hook around. In the distance, it kind of looks familiar, like the area that you guys had gotten to prior. But it button hooks into this little mining area over here.
Gonna say, Kelly, Boogie, somebody want to talk to these guys? I say out loud.
Those are just piles of gore, not actual people there.
Oh, okay. So those aren't real goblins?
No.
Right.
It's where goblins died.
Okay. So I would like to come down here and just search around and see if there's anything more that I can see.
Roll a perception check.
And what is that thing on the ground I just seen? $15.
As you come over and see the piles of gore, it looks like some of the piles have little drips off to the side, and the tacky blood looks like it's been ran through with some kind of device, like it's been scraped at.
Hmm.
Who has the most hit points?
Callie.
Me with 152.
Ah!
How many?
152.
Why do you ask that, DM? Are you planning something bad?
Mind business.
It might be spell related.
No, I'm just thinking that's kind of an unfair advantage if you know how much it takes to kill our highest hit point person. Then
You're just
you
gonna have to
know.
trust that I'm not gonna be unfair to you, I guess.
Unfair advantage that the DM knows the world?
No,
So as
that's
you
not what I
guys
said.
make your way forward, Emus, you would see them approaching. Still nothing new in this room.
All right, Emus is going to strike out, or trying to stay ahead of the party again. And unbeknownst to them,
All right. What's the rest of the party doing?
So you're just watching us walk into a trap?
There's no trap.
He just said unbeknownst to us.
I'm
Yeah,
in the
we don't-
ethereal plane. You have no idea where I am.
Right.
I know.
We're just kind of keeping the faith that he's nearby.
And there's no way for me to be able to communicate to you where I am.
But there's definitely a way for you to come out of the ethereal plane,
Yeah.
right?
Basically, he's trying to maximize his time until he doesn't need to be in it anymore because he can only use it like
Is it-
the once a day thing.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Also, I don't think we're about to walk into a trap.
Who has the least hit points?
I think Boogie.
I've got 76.
Oh, I got 79.
Okay. What's the party doing?
So I would look over at Boogie as we were walking and ask him if he wanted me to take up the rear and he may stay more central, or if he wanted the rear, what would he make? What would be more comfortable?
Well, I would rather have that conversation inside the hood. I want to be in the back.
Okay.
Because
So you can respond in the hood, but I did whisper out loud.
Okay, well,
I'm still stealth, by the way.
Same. I respond back into the hood, but also I point with a thumb backwards while still facing forwards.
I would nod acknowledgement and move to position.
I would like to continue to move forward stealthily. Do I still have her advantage?
You should for an hour.
Okay. Do you want me to roll stealth check, DM?
Yes.
26.
I'll keep doing also.
Me too.
20.
As you. Okay.
And I'm going to say into the hood, hooty hoo!
38. I would kind of smirk and then come up and look.
As you guys get around the corner and see the gore,
Again, this is all dead creatures.
Well, remember, he
Um,
said that none of the tokens we see are actual creatures. They're just gore remains, and that's it. There's no actual bodies there.
as you come down, Zoe, and turn the corner, you can see these bloody footprints heading this way, away from you.
Like
And
they're
as you-
actively walking.
they look like human adult footprints.
But do
that
I see
stepped
them
in the
like
blood.
actively walking?
Roll
Or that
perception
they.
check.
You mean like an invisible
16.
creature walking through it? That's what you're talking
What was
about?
your perception check?
16.
So
Yeah,
as
that's
you
what he meant.
look, it looks like the footprints kind of come up to here and stop, and there's a pool of blood that seems to be getting slightly bigger and bigger.
I would like to cast Detect
Well-
Magic.
Okay. As you do, you notice an enchantment. And you hear, it almost sounds like these bells being shook, and the air around you begins to and this humming kind of comes out.
Okay, with my Detect Magic, I can also tell the School of Magic.
It's an enchantment.
So only she detects all
And-
that stuff?
No, you all feel that. She knows it's an enchantment, and everyone here,
Is it Toll of the Dead? Like, would I recognize that if it is
it
that?
is currently a sleep spell. So,
Ooh, fuck yeah, I have advantage on
Boogie,
that.
well, there is no save.
True.
Oh. I have advantage on saving throw for charmed and sleep magic. It's no save. Okay.
I have aid automatically that bolsters my allies with toughness and resolve. And I can choose 3 creatures within 30 feet, and we get
No,
5 hit points for 8 hours.
This is already happening. So
Yeah, but
everyone
aid just goes
here
with
who
me.
is not immune to being magically put to sleep, everyone in this area begins to fall asleep.
I'm going to double check.
Pretty sure you are immune.
Yeah, and magic can't put me to sleep.
So you watch as your allies fall to the ground in a slumber.
Does this count as a long rest?
We'll see.
Feeling alarmed at that. Do I now see do I see any like indication of where anything is? Like why?
So roll a perception check.
Okay.
This is going to, just so you know, this perception check is going to take time. This is a 6-second action.
Okay. That sucks. 10.
As you look around, you see the pile of blood, but you don't see the footprints leading up to it. But your he's out of range of that. Never mind. You do see all of a sudden in this pool of blood these kind of lavender color shoes just appear, kind of flopping into existence.
Would he have had to walk past me to get to that position?
Yes.
So would I have seen him before then?
With your blind sense, you have this super sensitive sense to the around you. With all the gore and everything, I don't think so. With him being
Okay.
invisible and him rolling super high on stealth, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, not super high, but
Would I be able to kind of like back kick on Bazoit to try and like jostle her awake with my swords out and readied? Like basically facing as I am towards that purple shoot area.
yep, you can wake her up
Backwards
by
kicking her.
jostling her, shaking, slapping, poking, but it does take an action to do so.
Oh, dang. I used my action to do that perception check, so that's all I
No, I'm
can
saying
do.
like so you use the action to do the perception check. The shoes arrived, like they appeared out of nowhere. So that was your 6 seconds. The shoes have just appeared. You can do another 6 seconds to wake her up, or chase after her. It's up to you, or go look at whatever you want to do.
I would like to take that 6 seconds to kind of like donkey kick behind me to jostle her awake.
So Bazoy, you're in this delightful dream, and you feel this kick, and you're woken up. Your senses assaulted by this gore around you again.
Sorry, Bazoit.
And you are awake. All right. As she wakes up, not saying anything apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said when I wake up, do I get an action?
Let's go ahead and roll an initiative as you wake up and
Okay.
feel
When I
the
first
desire to
woke
get
up,
into it.
I said, "Oh, what happened?"
Some type of creature, something that Crow saw, I believe,
Yeah.
put you guys to sleep. I'm immune to sleep magic, so it didn't affect me.
I rolled a 15.
16.
You got 15 or you got 17 for initiative?
15.
Okay.
Emus, as you look back, you can see a vague figure running away at incredible speeds.
25
Away,
for myself.
away or towards me?
You would see two bodies laying on the ground, two bodies standing up, and one body running away from them to the left,
All right.
like not coming toward you.
I have to roll initiative. I can't just take an action right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You seeing it would key you into roll an initiative.
Emus got 21.
All right. Anyone get higher than 21?
25.
16.
15.
Okay. Clemency, you've just woken up Azoit. What do you want to do?
Next, I would run over. Are they both asleep? Well, I guess only one at a time. I would try to wake up both if I could. Otherwise, whichever one's closer at the next dash, reach over, shake. Well, I would nudge them with my foot because my swords still have my hands.
You could shout too. He said that can work too.
Yeah, I didn't want to shout.
Well,
So as you come over, they're pretty close to each other. Are you getting which one?
I'll wake up Boogie.
With a shake, your awoken nose assaulted by the horrible smell around you coming back from this very delightful dream you were just in.
Ugh. So I look around real quick, kind of assuming we're in a fight.
Emus. Wait,
Emus is
Clemency,
gonna.
are you running down anywhere? Or are you staying there with?
God, you killed my wind up, man.
I know. Sorry.
No. I wouldn't leave the party. I would stay pretty close to them. Just swords ready.
Okay, early start Emus. Let's get. No, I'm just joking. I moved over to you.
All right. Emus is gonna cast haste on himself,
Okay.
preferably. Let me mark that down. Boom, there we go. And he is going to take off like a bat out of hell. Now, if I cast haste on myself, do I get that bonus action same turn, or do I not get it until next turn?
Good question. 1 second. Choose one creature that you can see within range. The space end. Target speed is double and it gains +2 bonus AC. Has advantage on attack saving throws and it gains an additional action on each of its turn. That action can only be used. So you use an action to use this, and then you can use another action from the haste spell on this turn, but it doesn't affect your bonus actions.
Cool, because So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dash twice.
Okay, sounds good.
Hold on, I got to do the math. So 30 times 2 is 60. So I'm going to move 120 feet. 120 feet is.
That's not
hold
right.
on.
Dash
is that not
adds
right?
your movement speed. It doesn't double.
Ah, but my movement speed is doubled with
Oh.
haste.
Okay, so yes.
So that's going to be 120 feet is going to be 24 tiles. So I'm going to move. Boo, 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 boo. Yep, that's pretty much exactly where I'm headed. Nailed it.
Okay, and you can see him here.
All right, cool. Well, I'm just going to dash after him like this.
And you watch him take he moves 105 feet forward as you watch him sprinting with incredible. What is yours? 120?
Yep,
Have we
my
had
base.
this conversation before? I feel like this has happened before where you were chasing a fast guy before.
Yeah, yes, has happened before. So with haste, my movement speed is doubled, and I just dashed twice in a row.
Right.
Wait, so
So
no,
that's,
it'd be much more than 120. So a base dash with me for haste should be 120. Then I just dashed twice, it'd be 240.
So you got dash 30.
No.
Should be 140?
No, let's
so-
start at the bottom. My base movement speed with haste currently is 60. So I'm going to dash for 120. I just dashed twice, taking my extra action, so that's 240.
So yeah, you would get up to the jester.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do.
180.
So you would get up to right on top of him. You're in the ethereal plane, and you can see this veil around him. He's currently on the material plane, but invisible.
Right, yeah, I'm trying to keep pace with him right now.
And as he runs, he is extraordinarily fast. And I don't think without haste you would be able to keep up with him. And he's going to continue making his way out. He's going to run all the way to the opening. Boogie.
Did I see any shoes in the blood?
Yeah, they're currently a pair of sitting there, this lavender kind of jester shoes sitting in the blood.
Okay. I am. I'm gonna try attacking. One small, like, unarmed attack on Lady Evelina, and one shot at the feet. Obviously, the attack on her is not really intended to do damage, but I'm also.
Well, if you're going to cheeseball your way out of using an action, I'm going to make you roll damage, buddy.
Cool.
So go ahead and make a attack roll at advantage against her.
$26 to hit.
How much?
26 to hit.
Okay, roll damage. It'll be unarmed strike it'll be 1 plus your strength modifier.
Four damage.
Ow! She wakes up, kind of grabbing a hold of her jaw.
Sorry.
And hit, like,
So I
wiggling it back.
also shoot the what's it called? This is all like I guess the first hit could have been while I was still prone, but this second one I want to be standing.
Okay, so you're gonna run over and make another fist attack?
No, this is with the bow.
Oh, I don't think you can do that.
So
Is this your extra attack?
Yes, the bow. Like I was kind of like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're holding like the. I see what you're saying. I'm picturing you with no weapon in your hand, punching her, and then pulling out a bow. I think it's reasonable if you had the bow ready at your side to punch her with your your firing hand that isn't holding the bow and then strike. I could agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Make an attack roll.
Okay, 19 to hit.
Go flying straight through the air and smacking into a stone behind it.
The stone behind the
Yeah, you're shooting like where the body would be, or you're shooting the actual shoes.
shoes.
Okay, so as you shoot the shoe, one of the two shoes goes flying off over here, kind of splattering some blood.
Huh. Well,
Is that the end of your turn?
guess I didn't need to hurry up that attack. Sorry about that again.
No, it's okay. I'm glad I'm was only on vacation. She kind of like unhinges her jaw. But wait,
I'm gonna assess everybody, make sure everybody's okay, and say softly to the group, "Are we pursuing that? Do you know what those boots are over there, Calamithy?"
No, I don't.
I think they're a distraction. Seems like we should go forward.
But if he can move as fast as he's moving, what good does it do us?
Oh,
I mean, he was out of sight before we could even think.
I don't know if I was asleep, like when he was moving.
Right,
or
but
if
I'm
I saw it
saying
or what.
that he was out of sight before we could even see.
Oh,
So
out of
now
character?
you know.
I was suggesting.
No, I'm saying in character.
I was suggesting that we head north because I don't know if I even saw the jester.
Cal?
Um,
the knight stands up and casts a spell on herself. You see this flash of radiant magic.
I. I'm interested in those shoes, but also I do feel like it's kind of a trap. How far away from me are they? Right here?
They're like pretty much right in front of you, 10 feet away from you. And this one's over here. There's a second one over here.
If they came off while the thing was running away. Yeah, I guess we'll leave them for now. I'm okay with heading north. I don't know if I want to pursue it just yet.
Wait, so I'm not sure what we saw. Like, this is.
You guys would have
To
seen
everybody.
boots
Okay,
appear.
cool.
You would have seen bloody footprints, a pool of blood, the sound, and then you'd be waking up to boots and blood. You haven't seen any creature other than the one. Calamity has seen the creature from Crow's perspective, and you guys have been explained what the creature might.
Oh, we
look
don't
like.
even
This
know
is that
which
creature.
direction we were attacked from. So when I. Cool, so when I was like. I think the boots are a distraction. I think we should keep going. Then that was using the right assumption.
Emus, you hauling assing? You're gonna
I'm
catch
hauling
up. Are you making any attempt to intercede or no?
Okay, so he's obviously not on this plane of existence. I'm just chasing after his image that I see.
Right. And as he is getting up to the entrance, he's going to look back, tuck behind a crate, and pull out a book and flip a couple pages and begin reading again. You watch as the veil of invisibility comes off of him, and he's reading through this book.
Where is he?
Another separate color down, like underneath where the crane would lift up, and he's reading through the book again with his feet crossed, and a different color aura is beginning to swirl light and kind of lift dust very slightly around his location.
Okay, I need to know how far away he is from me. Is what I'm asking, so I know what I can do.
Well, if we're hauling ass on him, he can move 100 and 110 feet per turn right now.
See,
So
120.
you're like you're
5,
following him,
10,
man. You're like
15,
right
20,
up on him.
25, 30, 35, 40.
No. What I'm saying is like you have way more speed. Like it's not an issue about keeping up with him. Like you already caught up to him. I'm telling you, like
Oh,
it's not his turn yet, but he is heading toward. This is what he's like getting ready to do. You're still on him while all this is happening.
yes. Then I'm gonna chase him to his location, or I'm gonna follow him up until he says it stops. It- okay. How much action? Okay, let me restart. Yes, I'm following him still. I like to get up on him. I don't have a frame of reference here for like. Does that take a dash, 2 dashes? Does that take a dash and then I have an action? Like I don't know.
Well, however much it takes you to cover 110 feet.
Okay, so that's a single dash for me. So I
Right.
still
So
have
you
a
still have
full
an
action.
action and a bonus action.
All right. Can I drop out of Ethereum on this with a bonus action? Hold on, let me see. Uh,
Is it a concentration spell?
no, it is not. Good lord, an 8-hour concentration spell? Are you kidding me?
Also, now that I think about it, if that were the case, anytime you get knocked out, you would drop out of it.
You have to use your action to dismiss the spell. So, I think the only if you what is your intent here? Are you trying to what are you doing?
My intent is to try to disrupt whatever he's trying to do. So can I dash up on him using one action and use my other action to drop out of etherealness on top of him while trying to like tackle him?
So, yes, you can. Also remember another viable option, you have experience. Anything that comes into existence out of the ethereal plane knocks whatever it collides with like poof, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
like
I'm aware.
okay. All right. Yeah, so as you come up and use your action to drop it, go ahead and you don't have any actions left to grapple, but you literally like kind of fall down. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 198 pounds.
So as you come falling out of the ethereal plane, he looks up, no noise comes out of his mask, and you glide into him, and there's a very soft, and his book skitters off just out of his reach right here.
And then as my final act of defiance, I'm going to bellow out the top of my lungs. Hey!
You broke up. We didn't hear you what you said.
Yeah, because I basically just screamed at the top of my lungs. And my neighbors now hate me.
How much health do you have?
85. Jesus Christ.
So he begins humming. And then pauses. And the melodic tune greeting your ear is seducing, but you realize that the spell is not powerful enough to put you to sleep. It's kind of short. And then
I'm gonna.
as he
I'm,
sits there for a brief moment, you hear another as your belly as you like kind of lift up, his stomach flexing.
I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Nah, your turn's already over, buddy. That was his turn.
Oh, fuck me. Never mind. Okay.
Boogie.
I heard Emus shout it backwards towards the entrance.
Yeah, and you would have heard like echoing through the halls this kind of humming deal again.
Yo. Do I get put to sleep? Probably not.
Nope. No, he didn't. He wasn't able to cast it at the highest level this time.
Let's go. And start dashing off.
All right. Bezoit, you making your way that way as well? Oh, sorry, you can't move your character out of initiative. I hate that.
Yeah.
I just want to let you all know, I thought that dice roll was for damage, and my heart stopped.
Yeah, mine too.
That was brutal.
I'm still not positive that it's not.
As you're sitting there, by the way, looking at him, you can see these little vials strapped to his chest full of this gore and sticky tacky blood and grossness. All right. You at where you can get to, Boogie?
Yep.
That's all right. You rushing up?
I am. I can do.
Okay, if everyone's dashing up, let's map out how long it's going to take in turns to get there, and then so we're not like going through turn order, move, go through turn order, move, and then we'll cut over to what Emus is doing, and then in that amount of turns time, you guys will be running up.
Okay, on my turn though, I would cast Armor of Agathis on me.
Okay.
I don't know where I was counting. Well, could I have gone straight here?
Yeah, you don't have to follow the rail
Okay.
unless you have like OCD.
And then I would like to Misty Step.
Ooh.
So I can make it to about here.
Splash of mist as she teleports. All right, Calamacy, as you run up, casting Armor of Agathis on yourself. Is there anything else you're doing?
That is an action, so from the first, I would only be able. Oh no, I could bonus action dash. So yes, I would dash.
Like a boss.
Uh, okay, I can basically get to Boogie. And that's the. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. How many turns it's going to take? What's your guys' movement speed? Well, fuck it. We'll just go through. Whatever. We'll just go through the turn order. It's fine. Whatever. I'm over it. Emus, as you're sitting on top of the fella, looking how he looks, his mask still on. What are you doing? He still hasn't said a word.
I am going to. Where did his book fly to?
Just off to his right here. Like, if he wanted to, he could reach out and grab it again, but it's not his turn.
All right, for my first action, I'm going to grab the book and slip it into one of my pockets.
Okay.
And then for my second action, I'm going to draw my bow and ready to fire it straight into his chest. But I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to say, don't move, don't make a sound till my friends get here.
And he literally, from the moment you say anything, you don't see a muscle twitch on his body. He just lays there, this mask kind of looking up at you. and you guys make your way up. As he sits there obeying Emus until the rest of the party gets there. Does anyone do anything else on the way?
No.
Okay, it took
I'm
me
not.
a couple turns to get to this minecart.
All right, as you guys approach, we will start with Boogie. What are you doing?
I'll put my what's it called? Put my bow away and switch to sword. And then do my movement speed towards him. That's all I can do.
And as he hears footsteps approaching, he maintains complete muscle stiffness, maintaining eye contact on Emus. Zoe. But Boogie, if you would have done other stuff as approaching, where I put you was just like getting you guys over here. He said he was holding aim until you guys got to him. So
Oh,
it's not like you were out of actions or whatever. If you wanted
Okay.
to do something.
um,
Was there something you wanted to do?
I will grapple him.
So as you walk over and reach out to touch him, he goes, ah, 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 ah. Don't touch me or I will be shot.
Shocked? Oh, you'll be. He won't shoot you for me touching you.
That is not what he said. He said if I move a muscle.
Okay.
Well, doesn't talking moving muscles, so wouldn't that mean I would be shooting them?
But can you see my mouth moving? Yet you just assume it does.
Magical talking.
I'm just going to hold until the rest of the party gets here. Everyone here?
Zoe, you're walking up. What are you doing? Boogie, are you still going to grapple him or no?
No, I want to talk to him.
Zoe.
I am going to ask him. I'm going to ask him what he's doing here and why is he bothering us.
I am bothering you? That is an interesting read on events.
You just put us all to sleep for no reason. Well, most of us to sleep.
And he kind of tilts his head. No reason.
What was your reason?
What was yours?
I'm going to scream now. Speak now or lose your life!
And he doesn't respond. You
I'm gonna
watch
look
as
at-
the mask on his face glimmers for a brief moment, and it's now this sad face with a tear, like this masquerade drama mask type deal. Same mask structure, replacing magically one of the masks at his side.
I'm going to look at Emus with hate in my eyes, if that's possible, but in exasperation too, and say, what do you want me to do?
Well, let's first maybe ask who or what you are. Go ahead, speak. I will hold my shot so long as you keep communicating with us.
Lady
And
Evelina walks
treat
up.
us truthfully.
Lady Evelina walks up. Stay your tongue, Paladin. You are better than that.
I hang my head in shame.
Calamithy.
Ooh, Bezoit has a role model.
Could I roll? Never mind, I'll talk first. I would come up and kind of squat down near him, or yeah, I'm assuming it's a him, and ask, "What are you doing here? Are you by chance Faye? How you talk is just very peculiar."
And the head tilts at you, and you can hear a. Well. Can't be giving away all our secrets to strangers.
And then Emus is going to speak up in Fae. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have Fae. Never mind. I thought I did.
Are you doing anything else?
Are you with the goblin?
I would ask him, do you have anything to do with the mist that's
The
surrounding Mr.
mask
Nor?
rapidly changes to like a surprised, shocked face, like, oh! And he looks back and forth at you. Oh, you're making me move many muscles! And he's looking back and forth, back and forth.
Let's not antagonize him too much, Bunch. I've got to keep my promise, so I'm going to keep my bow leveled on him.
And he looks at you two, the mask changing again to a happy smile, like a happy face. And he says to Boogie, "Tell me more about this goblin." And like the tone, the general vibe and like tone of this dude is definitely like, he doesn't seem very afraid. Like he still feels very comfortable in the situation.
I stand on his weapon.
He's I know the mini has his weapon out. He currently doesn't have any weapon in his hands.
Okay, cool.
Are you still going to stand on his scabbard though, because he does have a weapon at his side?
I'll take the weapon from him. Not the scabbard. Take the weapon out.
Well, okay. Before you do that, we got to get through turn order first, because he would not like that.
Okay. Yeah. He's asking about the goblin. There's an evil-looking goblin in this cave.
And the head tilts again. I could not find any. But that is interesting.
Why did you
Where
put
did it
us to
go?
sleep?
To get away, of course.
And why were you down here in the first place?
May I move?
No, you may only speak for the moment.
Ah! And the mask flashes back to this like overly dramatic crying face. You repress me so, good sir.
I mainly... do I want to say that? I don't want to say that. Never mind.
And as he sits there, he goes, "Okay, fun's over." In a like a puff of like this glittery gold vanishes.
I'm going to go ahead and loose an arrow down into the space where he was.
And this radiant arrow lashes right into the stone. And you hear the sound of someone dusting himself off behind you. Oh, much better. I don't like to lay on the ground. It's dirty.
With haste still activated, I would like to whip around and try to take 2 shots at where I heard
Bro,
the voice coming
we're
from.
in turn order, buddy.
Ah, damn it.
Boogie. So he appears, does not pull his weapon or anything, is just dusting himself off.
If we don't attack you, will you stop running?
He tilts his head. If you do not attack me, there is no need to run.
That sounds like a good deal. Let's all just talk.
That sounds much more reasonable than our current situation. Is that the end of your turn, Boogie?
I'm going to move over to the side and just start resting. There you go, that's good.
I am going to take a step towards him.
And as you do,
Quite
the
that.
mask flashes to, again, that kind of worried, like,
And I'm going to curtsy lightly, not a strong curtsy. And I'm going to say my apologies for my behavior earlier. My name is Bezoit. How can we help you?
I'm just imagining this big, like, dragon descendant paladin warrior trying to curtsy in their, I mean, albeit skin tight armor, and it just is hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, she's got, like, a cloak on over top of that.
the face flashes again, turning into a happy one. Ah, manners, there we go. Very nice, very nice. And you may call me Jester.
Jester? It's a pleasure to meet you. Can we be of service to you?
Nope, I'm not looking for any help. Curious you're down here, though. Awful circumstances.
Have you seen any others?
And we're going to have her come over here.